one Bitcoin in 2019 at $4,000, it'd be worth over $70,000 right now, a 1,700% return. That's a new record high. Sound familiar? In 2021, that same investment would have been worth $58,000. But just 6 months later,
Crypto King to criminal suspects.
It's not just big companies, but real people losing a lot of money.
You'd have lost $40,000. The crypto market's capitalization fell from $2.9 trillion to $798 billion. But there are two differences between then and now that could change how long this run lasts and who's affected. First, let's look into where the money going into this surge is coming from. In 2024, inflation has largely settled compared to before. Consumers are still spending, and breakthroughs in AI are helping to drive a market rally. The Dow even passed 40,000 for the first time ever in May. All of this means investors have more cash on hand to bet on riskier assets, creating the right environment for a run on crypto.
And they're actually making money. These markets have life. These markets go up.
Unlike 2024, the 2021 crypto rally took place during a different type of market rally, beginning here. When COVID hit, markets plummeted, so the Federal Reserve stepped in, spending trillions of dollars to reverse this drop. And the Treasury sent Americans stimulus checks to keep the economy churning.
We got the stimulus checks, and a lot of retail investors put it into the crypto market. It's sort of a reflection of a lot of money sloshing around in the markets, and they found their way into these speculative corners of the markets. That's why crypto went up so much during the pandemic era.
Then that influx stopped.
In 2022, inflation became a real problem. The Federal Reserve said it was going to raise interest rates to tame price pressures. All of a sudden, all kinds of risky assets and crypto went down. Then immediately things started breaking.
While crypto is still considered risky today, some say that current underlying market conditions could keep the rally going a bit longer.
A lot of crypto bulls believe that there is no limit in terms of where Bitcoin can go. Some have put out really aggressive price targets of more than $1 million.
And the way retail investors are placing their bets differently factors into those price targets. This year, regulators approved a new, easier way to invest in crypto: spot Bitcoin ETFs. They allow investors to buy into a fund, the F part of ETF, that then buys Bitcoins. And since ETFs are available in most major brokerage accounts, investing in Bitcoins has become easier.
So you can open your trading app and then just buy Bitcoin alongside your other assets.
They're run by Wall Street giants like Fidelity and BlackRock, who take on the responsibility of safeguarding customers' Bitcoin holdings against hacking and other cybersecurity risks.
There were a lot of expectations for these Bitcoin ETFs to open the gateway for retail investors. That sort of translated into higher price for Bitcoin, because the more money you put into these funds, the asset managers would then go out and buy Bitcoin. So it becomes sort of a circular trend where the more investors want to buy Bitcoin, the more the price of Bitcoin goes up.
In the last rally, most investors still had to trade on crypto exchanges. Many put their money into new, unregulated exchanges, like FTX, which collapsed when investors tried to withdraw their money en masse.
The collapse of FTX has sent shockwaves across the cryptocurrency industry.
FTX didn't have enough money to cover the transactions, partly because executives had used customer deposits for personal spending and other illegal activities.
It really kind of tainted the reputation of the crypto industry, and Bitcoin started falling rapidly to as low as 16,000 towards the end of 2022.
But with these high-profile bad actors flushed out and Wall Street on the crypto bandwagon, the cryptocurrency market now has investors who were skeptical before, pushing the market cap to $2.6 trillion.
It kind of brought this sense of comfort for investors who are familiar with these Wall Street brands and know that the asset they invested in is in a more regulated vehicle.
But crypto's main attraction is still its promise of high risks and high rewards.
A lot of crypto skeptics believe that even though Bitcoin is going up now, it's bound to repeat its previous trajectory of going down or maybe even going to zero.
We're live from Georgia, a key battleground state in the race for the White House. In just moments, the current U.S. president will debate the former U.S. president as their party's presumptive nominees, a first in American history. We want to welcome our viewers in the United States and around the world to our studios in Atlanta. This is the CNN presidential debate.
This debate is being produced by CNN and is coming to you live on CNN, CNN International, CNN.com, CNN Max, and CNN Espanol. This is a pivotal moment between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump in their rematch for the nation's highest office. Each will make his case to the American people with just over 4 months until Election Day. Good evening, I'm Dana Bash, anchor of CNN's Inside Politics and co-anchor of State of the Union.
I'm Jake Tapper, anchor of CNN's The Lead and co-anchor of State of the Union. Dana and I will co-moderate this evening. Our job is to facilitate a debate between the two candidates tonight. Before we introduce them, we want to share the rules of the debate with the audience at home. Former President Trump will be on the left side of the screen. President Biden will be appearing on the right. A coin toss determined their positions. Each candidate will have 2 minutes to answer a question and 1 minute each for responses and rebuttals. An additional minute for follow-up, clarification, or response is at the moderator's discretion.
When it's time for a candidate to speak, his microphone will be turned on and his opponent's microphone will be turned off. Should a candidate interrupt when his microphone is muted, he will be difficult to understand for viewers at home. At the end of the debate, each candidate will get 2 minutes for closing statements. There is no studio audience tonight. Pre-written notes, props, or contact with campaign staff are not permitted during the debate. By accepting our invitation to debate, both candidates and their campaigns agreed to accept these rules.
Now, please welcome the 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden.
Folks, how are you? Great to be here. Thank you.
And please welcome the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here. Let's begin the debate, and let's start with the issue that voters consistently say is their top concern, the economy. President Biden, inflation has slowed, but prices remain high. Since you took office, the price of essentials has increased. For example, a basket of groceries that cost $100 then now costs more than $120. And typical home prices have jumped more than 30%. What do you say to voters who feel they are worse off under your presidency than they were under President Trump?
We got to take a look at what I was left when I became president and what Mr. Trump left me. We had an economy that was in freeze. Good job.
ありゃ食べてましたよ。食べてます。